Alright guys, so the key to this lesson is on Schoology, but I do want to explain the 6 problems that you guys were assigned to do. So, and if you want to look at the rest, or if you want to skip one, you can just skip one. But I'm going to go through them individually. So the first one is when 2 iodines bond. If you remember the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you remember, the valence number for halogens is 7. So there's 7 electrons around iodine. So there's 1 unpaired electron. So when I bind them together, this is what it's going to look like. I have 1 iodine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have another iodine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be where they'll bond. Okay, so if I count, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's for the green iodine. And then for the red one, I'm going to count. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know it meets the octet rule, which around each element there should be 8 electrons. So the structural formula will look like this. And then I carry on the remaining electrons. So the dashed line represents the bonding. And then I carry on the non-bonding ones, which will look like this. And this is the structural formula for iodine. The next one, we're going to do the electron dot diagram as well as the structural formula for chlorine and hydrogen. So chlorine, I do it in green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hydrogen is 1. So when I put it together, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1 hydrogen here. So again, the bonding pair is going to be here. And it will look like this. Again, the bicolor dots represents a bonding pair. Moving on to actually water. So oxygen, the valence electrons look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 valence. It has 2 unpaired electrons. So you make 2 bonds. Hydrogen has 1 unpaired electron, so we'll make 1 bond. So if I draw oxygen right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I drew the way I did just to show the 2 unpaired electrons over here. So then 1 hydrogen is going to come here, and the other hydrogen is going to come here. You create 2 bonding pairs. Remember when I said that oxygen will bond twice? Well, it is bonding twice. 1 with each hydrogen. So if I translate this to the structural formula, it's going to look like this. The bicolor dots, and then the 2 leftover pairs. Okay, so you saw the next one, number 6, you saw a very similar example with oxygen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is when 2 sulfurs are bonding together. So let me just make into different colors. So sulfur, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This here is a pair, this is a pair, this is a unpaired one and unpaired one. So sulfur makes two bonds, just like oxygen. Sulfur makes two bonds, this makes two bonds, so they're going to bond to each other twice. Here and here. So what this translates to is this. Okay. Again, the bicolor dots represents a dash, and then the remaining electrons, you carry them. So I know this structure is correct because each dash represents 2 electrons, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, right, around each one of them. Alright, so let's move on to phosphorus. So phosphorus has 5 valences, so right, has 5 valences. If I have 2 phosphorus bonding together, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other color will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the way I'm drawing is just so it's easier for you to see the bonding pairs. So phosphorus has 3 unpaired electrons, 1, 2, 3, right? This one is paired. So therefore we'll make 3 bonds. So here's the first bond, here's the second bond, and here's the third bond. Okay. So if I carry this to the structural formula, it will look like this. Okay, and then to the last one, we have carbon and oxygen, and I actually, this is how it needs to be set up, and the explanation for it, I'll give it to you in class, why carbon's in the center. So carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, oxygen is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's put it together in this setup. So carbon in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 oxygens, 1 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so carbon needs to have 4 bonds. And oxygen needs to have 2 bonds, but I have 2 oxygens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bond twice with this oxygen, and then I'm going to bond twice with this oxygen. So let's focus on carbon. This is our first bond with carbon. This is the second bond with carbon. So now this oxygen, has an octet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need to focus on the other oxygen. We can bond here, and we can bond here. So again, it will be the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The structural formula will look like this. Carbon, double bond to an oxygen, double bond to another oxygen. Then I have 4 leftovers here. Here are my leftovers, here are my leftovers. And if you look at carbon, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they all make the octet. Okay, I hope this was helpful.